First, a quick look behind the curtain of the HackyCraft server. I've got the glass panel off. I only have one cooling loop, which I know is not great. I agree, it's not ideal, but I only have the one pump available at the moment, so that will change eventually. It has a large area, and it makes it easy for me to make connections on the motherboard, which is nice. It has a separate area for cooling and the actual components of the system. And there's a section behind the motherboard with a set of fans on one side and radiator on the other. So you're able to keep the cooling side separate from the motherboard side, and it stays relatively cool between the two. I have, as you probably saw in the picture, that the Hacky solution of running the coolant through the door and into a chiller. 99% of the heat of the system is being taken out of the room, which is a huge benefit. But the other thing you'll also notice is it's all in front of the door. Pretty much stuck with an open door at this point. So here's what we've got. There's two EVGA FTW 3090 GPUs connected in SLI. The motherboard is a Gigabyte Extreme, and I've got a Threadripper 3970. It's a 32 core 3rd gen Threadripper processor, and the cooling lines actually pass through a bulkhead in the side of the case, which turned out better than I thought it would. And it actually looks halfway decent, way better than my builds usually do. The power wires are just a jumbled mess. I just don't have time to bundle wires. I don't know why. Just not my thing. So what we've got is the pump feeding the CPU first. I don't want the GPUs to heat up the coolant and then run it over at the CPU. I'd like that to run as cool as possible. It then goes through one video card, through the front side, out the back side, into the front side of the next video card, and out the back side. From there, it goes to a radiator in the back with 3 fans on it to bring it down to a reasonable temperature, to then go back to the chiller, and maintains a temperature differential between 90 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually quite chilly for the card. It doesn't cycle on all the time. It's running right now. It's not obnoxious. The other fun thing, though, is if I'm not mining, I can get that chiller to hold a good 60 degrees Fahrenheit, getting close to condensation level for water, so I need to be careful. Starting from stock, 25,000, running an SLI board, I'm about 1,000 or so points off the leaderboard, and I'm looking for some help. Obviously, having a separate cooling loop for the GPUs and the CPU would be a smart thing to do. That I'm still doing okay temperature wise. It's working great for mining, and I'll show some results there as well.